Well, Los Angeles Chargers fans, you have been eliminated from the wild card, and you bring it in me, yours truly, Joe Crabman, to get you a Super Bowl. So, in today's series, we're going to be rebuilding every team as they're eliminated from the playoff within 3 years to get them a Super Bowl. Let's dive right in. So, here's the 2024 season recap. The Eagles lose to the Bills in the Super Bowl. Both teams who have already won by the recording of this video. Josh Allen is your Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins regular season MVP. Kevin O'Connell gets the Coach of the Year. Jamar Chase gets the Player of the Year. Trey Hendrickson gets the Defensive Player of the Year. Boo Bengals. Jaden Daniels gets Rookie of the Year. And Edgerrin Cooper gets Rookie of the Year. In the game that you guys lost to the Texans, started off 6-0 for you guys, and then the Texans scored 10 points in the second, 10 points in the third, and then you score 6 in the fourth, and they scored 12 for a final score of 12-32, which is not great. If we look over to our right, we see Harrison Smith will retire, David Bakatari, Jason Peters, Aaron Rodgers finally, Trent Williams, and Offensive Player of the Year went to Jahmyr Gibbs. So, our goal here is to get you guys to the Super Bowl. So, if we look at players ready to negotiate, I need to move my camera over here. This is a good place for it right now. We've got 31 players ready to negotiate. Who do we... Asante Samuel, J.K. Dobbins, Joshua Palmer, Zion Johnson, Poona Ford, Khalil Mack, Elijah Molden, Christian Fulton, DJ Chark Jr., Jalen Rieger, Tier Tart, Eli Apple, Troy Dye, Semi Fayoko, Chris Rumpf, Nick Neiman, Morgan Fox, Bradley Bozeman, Sam Mustafir, Shaq Quarterman, Stone Smart, Easton Stick, Taylor Heineke, Denzel Perryman, Tucker Fisk, Brandon James, Tony Jefferson, Marcus May, Hayden Hurst, Foster Sarrell, J.K. Scott. So, out of the guys I've seen, there are quite a few that I feel deserve to be brought back, and that is Khalil Mack. He's still an 85. We'll do a 3-year deal. I'd like to keep him around for the length of the rebuild. 6-13. Alright, he just agreed to stay. Asante Samuel Jr. We'll do a 3-year, 4-8-6. I enjoy playing for you, but I think I'm going to test out free agency. Okay. J.K. Dobbins still has star development. How old is J.K. Dobbins? He's only 26, so he's still young. We'll do 4-5-3-5. Not interested in signing. Franchise tag. Joshua Palmer. He's only 25. He's still star development. We'll try to bring him back. Offer him that. Alright, he'll stay for that. And those are the guys. So if we look, we need a right end, right guard, left end, and a center. So after the free agency, we bring in Kevin Zeitler for right guard, Chris Godwin and Amari Cooper to give Justin Herbert some more weapons. Shaq Thomas for middle linebacker. We'll bring in Khalil Herbert to back up J.K. Dobbins. We bring in David Andrews to play center, Larry Ogunjobi to play left end, David Long Jr. to play right outside linebacker, and Azeez Ojulari to play left outside linebacker, and Mario Edwards Jr. We did restructure everybody's contract to create space to bring in all these signings. I think we answered all the issues that this team has as it stands going forward. Trent Brown's still out there at right tackle. See Patrick Ricard go to the 49ers. We lost Asante Samuel. Angels goes to the Patriots. Spillane goes back. Justin Simmons goes to the Packers. Jeremy Chin goes to the Bengals. Hate to see that. Jalen Warren goes to the Raiders. Hate to see that as a Steelers fan, if you know me. DeAndre Hopkins goes to the Buccaneers. Brandon Sheffield goes to the Titans. James Daniels still out there. Jonathan Jones goes to the Steelers. Mike Hill goes to the Jags. Poona Ford. Let's see, let's just go to all signed. See, here you go. Just take a look at all these signings. See who your favorite team picked up. Do this for a couple more seconds. Mike Gesicki. There's Keenan Allen going to the Commanders. I like that as someone who roots for the Commanders. Dante Jackson just bounced around from all the AC North team. Dante Jackson goes to the damn Lions. I would have loved to see him stay with the Steelers. He goes to another AC North team. Commanders put Adoree Jackson. I actually kind of enjoy that. Brandon Cooks, I don't enjoy that at all. There you go. So at the end of the draft, we got Richard Green, right tackle, 73 overall. Kevin, his last name's blocked out, 73 overall. Mitch Dixon, 71. Mike Allen, 71. Eric Burks, 75. Jay Crawford, 72. Mark Wright, 63. John McClain, 64. And Kyrie Tung, 59. This guy's a 75. Is he a hidden development? He is. So we got one hidden development. Wish the loading in between these weren't as bad. Dang. Two hidden development. Okay. Doing pretty good on all our 70 overall guys that'll get actual play time. 3 hidden developments on our draft picks. This guy probably won't be Mitch Dixon. He is. Oh my gosh, we snapped. Might just be star, but star's better than none at all. There's a normal. 4 for 5. Five for 6. Hey, we did pretty good in my ideology. So going into 2025-2026, here's our roster. Justin Herbert, Mark Wright as our backup, J.K. Dobbins and Khalil Herbert. We also have Haskins and Vidal and Patterson. Brought in Khalil Herbert to be a speedy back who's got star development, and he's still really young. 27, J.K. Dobbins is 26. I think that'll be a good little 1-2 punch. Got our fullback, watch Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson, Joshua Palmer, Darius Davis, Brandon Rice, and Des Fitzpatrick. Will Dissly is our tight end. Rashawn Slater at left tackle. Left guard, Zion Johnson. Centers, David Andrews. Right guard is Kevin Zeitler. Right tackle is Joe Alt. Larry Ogunjobi at left end with Mike Allen. Kevin as our right end. Mitch Dixon as our defensive tackle with Mario Edwards. Joey Bosa at left outside linebacker with Azeez Ojulari and Tuli Tuapolotu. Diane Henley and Shaq Thompson as our middle linebackers. Khalil Mack and David Long Jr. as our right outside linebacker with Bud Dupree. Tarheeb Steele, Eric Burks, Cam Hart, Jasir Taylor, Sean Wade, and Deion Leonard. Alohi Gilman, my man Derwin James, Terrell Edmonds, Virginia Tech's very own. We got 2 VT guys here. Cameron Dicker, and we don't have a punter. So if you look at our schedule, we got the Cowboys, Giants, Titans, Jags, Commanders, Steelers, Raiders, Broncos, Chiefs, Vikings, bye week, Raiders, Dolphins, Colts, Texans, Eagles. We got a pretty tough schedule. I'd like to finish above 500 and make the playoffs. So at mid-season, we're sitting at 4-3. Let's look at our schedule, see who we ended up losing to on this 7-game streak. Lost to the Cowboys by 1, Giants by 8. Beat the Titans, beat the Jaguars, beat the Commanders, lost to the Steelers by 8, and beat the Raiders. So if you look at our stats, Justin Herbert's got 1,600 yards, 141 for 212, 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 66% completion rating, 231, 7 per attempt. He's only been sacked 9 times, which isn't awful. We see J.K. Dobbins 304, 3 touchdowns, no fumbles. Justin Herbert 193, Khalil Herbert 98, Cooper for 29, Haskins for 20, Godwin for 9, and Matlock for 2. Receiving, Chris Godwin 406, 7 touchdowns. Dissly 314, 2 touchdowns. Cooper 276, 2 touchdowns. Ladd McConkey 197, 1 touchdown. J.K. Dobbins 173. Tomlinson 132 touchdowns. Quentin Johnson 91 touchdowns, and Herbert 20. Tung 8 and Matlock 3. Our sacks are going to Joe Alt, Rashawn Slater, and Kevin Zeitler. Tackle leader is Devin Henley. Tackles for losses is Derwin James. Sacks, Khalil with 6.5, Bosa with 5.5, Ogunjobi with 1.5, Tooley with 1, Mario Edwards with 1.5 sack for Terrell Edmonds. And our interceptions are Dayan Henley, Khalil Mack's got 1, Shaq Thompson's got 1, Cam Hart's got 1. Forced fumbles, we don't have any. Fumble recoveries, don't have any of those either. Deflections, Shaq Thompson with the most. 14 for 15 on extra points. He's had 1 field goal blocked, 1 extra point blocked, 9 for 12 for field goals. So we're 11th in offensive yards, 6th in defensive yards, 18th in points scored, 6th in points allowed, so we're having a pretty good defensive year and offensive year, and 11th in offensive yards again. So we're all right. We're not doing too bad. So we finished year 1 12-5. We have to play the Kansas City Chiefs in the wild card. Let's look at the playoff bracket and see who all got in and who didn't. Steelers get in as the 5 seed. So the Ravens finish as the 1 seed. We face the Chiefs, Dolphins, Broncos, Texans, Steelers. On the other side, Niners, Lions. Lions fall all the way down to the 7 this year. Packers, Buccaneers, Commanders don't make it. Cowboys and the Panthers make it. And the Eagles are the 1 seed. Let's see how we do. So if you look at the stats, Joe Burrow finished first in passing yards. Jacobs finished first in rushing yards. Diggs finished first in receiving yards. Sacks went to Myles Garrett. Interception went to Derek Stingley. Tackles went to Edwards from Chicago. So we look at the schedule just to see what we did. Steelers finished 11-6. I know it has nothing to do with this, but so we finish around here. So we lost to the Broncos, beat the Chiefs, beat the Broncos, beat the Chiefs again, beat the Vikings, stomped the Raiders, beat the Dolphins, beat the Colts, lost to the Texans by 1, and then beat the Eagles. So really good season for us to finish 12-5 and make it to the playoffs. Let's see if we can capitalize and make a push for the Super Bowl. So here we go. Chiefs get 3, we get 3. Chiefs get a touchdown. They get 3 more. We get 3 more. 7-point game, 10-point game, 3-point game. Tied it up, and we win. We're advancing on to the divisional in overtime. So if you look at the stats, Pat 18 for 27, 191, 66% completion and 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Our boy Jay Herbo 13 for 19, 159. 68% completion rate, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Rushing, J.K. Dobbins has 64 and a touchdown. Some guy named Carson Steele had 47. Some guy named Carson Steele. I know that name from somewhere. Herbert, 41. Patrick Mahomes, 17. Matlock, 2. Ingram, -3. What happened to Isaiah Pacheco? Conkley led with 66 and a touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 61. Noah Gray, 55, 1 touchdown. Rasheed Rice, 42. Godwin, 36. Disley, 30. Dobbins 27, Marquise Brown 18, Grantham 11, and Ingram 4. Tackle leader was Chamari Connor and Adoree Jackson. Tackles for a loss, Ogunjobi, Derwin. Everybody got a good tackle for a loss. Sacks, Mike Dana, and then Kevin and Larry Ogunjobi. Interceptions went to Adoree Jackson. Here's a good pickup for us. All right, on to the divisional. So our team final stats I didn't get to show you. 359 for 516 for 4,100 yards, 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions is great. 69% completion rate, 243 a game. 25 sacks. I'd like to get that down to under 20. Almost 1,000 yards for J.K. with 15 touchdowns, no fumbles. 467 for Herbert, 4 touchdowns. 134, 1 touchdown for Khalil. 48 for Amari Cooper. 41 for Haskins and a touchdown. 13 for McConkley. 9 for Godwin and 3 for Matlock. Chris Godwin 1,000 yards, 18 touchdowns. Love to see it. Good pickup for us. Disley for 818 for 4 touchdowns. Cooper 695 for 3 touchdowns. McConkley 626, 2 touchdowns. Dobbins 333 a touchdown. Disley 313, 4 touchdowns. Disley Tomlinson. Quentin Johnson 90 for a touchdown. Khalil Herbert 87 for a touchdown. Defense, tackle leader was Henley. Tackle for a loss leader was Bosa. Sack leader was Khalil Mack with 12.5. Bosa with 11. Ogunjobi with 2.5. Interceptions, 4 for Henley, 4 for Shaq Thompson. Good pickup for us. 4 for Steele, 2 for Hart, 1 for Mack. Forced fumbles, 2 for Derwin James, 1 for Khalil Mack, and 1 for Junior Colson. Fumble recoveries, 4 for Derwin James, 2 for Colson. We finished 10th in offensive yards, 4th in defensive yards. I don't know, I'm looking at my third monitor. 5th for points scored, and 6th for points allowed. So we played really, really well. On to the divisional. In the divisional, we will have the Dolphins, who beat the Broncos by 7. Steelers lost to the Texans. Go figure. So the Texans will face the Ravens. Niners beat the Lions. Packers beat the Buccaneers. Cowboys beat the Panthers. So we have Eagles versus Cowboys divisional. In the divisional, Niners versus Packers. All right, here we go against the Chargers, who are 11-6 or 12-5 in the divisional. They're up 3-0. Up 3-0 still. Up 3-0 still. 3-7. Slow it down. Minute and 12. We're up by 4 points. John Smith, incomplete pass, 3rd and 5. 12-yard reception for a guy named Van Treese. 5-yard penalty against the offense. 1st and 15. Tyreek Hill for 28 yards. 27 seconds, no timeouts. 2-yard rush, 13 seconds. Incomplete pass, 6 seconds. And we advanced to the conference championship in year number 1 on a 7-3 win against the Miami Dolphins. Let's look at our stats. 13 for 19, 143, 68% completion rating, 1 touchdown. 2 of 12 for 22, 113, 54. No touchdowns, obviously. J.K. led the rush with 47. Tua with 34. A-Chain with 14. Herbert with 10. Bradfield with 7. Godwin -2. Herbert -3. Godwin led with receiving 53 and a touchdown. Hill with 46. Cooper with 34. Waddle with 30. McConaughey with 26. Dickley with 21. Bradfield with 20. A-Chain with 12. Dobbins with 9. And Johnny with 5. Total tackles was Javon Holland. Tackle for a loss was Miles Wilcox. Sacks was Joey Bosa. Zach Seiler had 1. And our boy Kevin, low last name, had 1. Interceptions, none. Forced fumbles, none. On to the conference championship. In the conference championship, we will face the number 1 seed Baltimore Ravens as the Packers face the Cowboys in the NFC. Conference championship against the Ravens, down 3-0, tied 3-3. 3-6, 6-10.
Really a great season.
And we lost 10-6 in the AFC Championship against Lamar and the Ravens. Harbaugh versus Harbaugh. Lamar 15 for 18, 83% completion rate, 1 interception. Justin Herbert 14 for 19, 131, 73%. Derrick Henry 56, 1 touchdown. J.K. Dobbins 49, Lamar 36, Herbert 17, Ali 5, Mitchell 3, Herbert -2, Moore -3. Andrews 77, McConaughey 55, Flowers 46, Dickley 31, Dobbins 19, Henry 17, Cooper 16, Moore 12, Kidd 10, Godwin 6, Bateman 6, Thomason 4. Brokaw with the tackles. Brandon Culver with the tackles for loss. Sacks went to Ndada and Maduke. Culver had 1. My boy Kevin last name had 1. Interceptions, Derwin James. Forced fumbles, 9. Fumble recoveries, 9. All right, 2025 season recap. We see Russell Wilson retire from the Raiders. Bobby Wagner retire from the Panthers. Cam Jordan retires from the Saints and the I almost said Commanders. I was watching the Commanders game on my other monitor. The Ravens beat the Packers 20-17. Lamar wins Finals MVP, Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins MVP. Jim Harbaugh, we win the Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Joe Burrow. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Doo-Doo Brown's Myles Garrett. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Buccaneers' Harold Gibbons. And Antoine Powell-Ryland wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think this was a successful first year, making it to the conference championship with a record of 12-5. I think we have a lot to build on and a lot to look forward to going forward. So, free agency 2026, we got James Daniel for right guard, Geno Stone free safety, Peyton Turner left end, Christian Harrison right outside linebacker, and Foster to play tight end, all positions that the game said we needed. So we went out and got some guys, players that signed. Mark Andrews goes to the Texans, Brock Purdy to the Giants, DeMarcus Lawrence to the Bears, Odafe Oweh goes to the Rams, Mike Evans to the Raiders, Khalil Shakir to the Seahawks, James Wilson to the Bucs, Joe Patino to the Buccaneers. Buccaneers also get Derrick Henry. The Broncos bought in on a lot of guys. Romeo Doubs to the Panthers. We did target TJ Abraham going to the Saints. Grady Jarrett to the Bears. Andrew Van Ginker. And there's a lot of guys going a lot of different places. Our 2026 draft looks like this. We got Pierre Lovelock as a halfback, 76 overall. Free safety Sean Livingston, 73. KJ Wilson and a bunch of other bums that didn't really turn out to be anything. Hidden Dev? Nope, normal. Damn. Hidden Dev? Yes. Hey, at least we got one out of the two that we picked. So this is what our depth chart looks like. We will have this guy be the backup, and then this guy be his backup. So Justin Herbert's a 92. Dobbins at 88. We just brought in this guy. He'll be the third string. Yeah, and we'll just move that. Yeah, okay. Matlock, Chris Godwin, McConkley, Cooper. Cooper done regressed at the age of however old he is. McConkley's up to an 87. Palmer, Quentin Johnson, Darius Davis, Disley, and then we did bring in Foster to be the backup, who's regressed. But hey, he's just a backup. Slater's a 96. Holy crap, left tackle. Johnson's 81, left guard. 75 center, and Andrews. We needed a right guard. Oh wait, we have James Daniels. I was like, what? Yeah, James Daniels is gonna be our starting right guard. Boom, 79 overall. Right tackle Joe Alt. Our left end's already to an 80. I'm gonna right end, left end. We got this guy, and we will put Peyton Turner as his backup. Boom. Defensive tackle Dixon, and then I guess this guy should be next. Bosa still an 85. We love to see that. Got a couple solid left outside linebackers. Middle linebacker still really solid. Khalil Mack to that right outside linebacker. Wait, there's a right outside linebacker down there. It's just sitting down there. Christian Harris. Yeah, go ahead and put him there. I'm going to keep the better guy there. Cornerback, Steele, Burks, Adoree Jackson, Hart, Wade. Strong safety, free safety. We did bring in a free safety, yeah. Boom. Then we got this guy. Boom. Yep. Yes. And then Derwin James and Terrell Edmonds, Kicker. And our punter. 94 speed. Yeah, so that's our team going into year number 2. Let's see how well we do. We did change our team scheme to vertical zone run, which is an 84, 3-4 under, which is a 72 now. Base 3-4 is a 77. 3-4 storm is a 86. We're going to go 3-4 storm. Vertical zone run is the best. Yeah, and then we are using the Rams offensive playbook and the Lions defensive playbook. Going in year 2, here are our opponents: Cardinals, Texans, Bills, Jets, Raiders, Broncos, Dolphins, Niners, Rams, Patriots, Panthers, Chiefs, bye week, Ravens, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Seahawks. I think we're a 10-win team again, at least 10 wins. I guess we'll see. I'll see you at mid-season. All right, at mid-season, we're 1-6, so it's not looking good for the boys. Look at our schedule, see who we lost to. We lost to the Cardinals by 3, Texans by 7, Bills by 7, Jets by 7. Got killed by the Raiders, 7 to the Broncos, and we beat the Dolphins by a bunch. All right, that's not ideal for year number 2. Go from conference championship to the bottom of the pack. Look at our stats at the halfway point. 4 interceptions, 12 touchdowns, 1,666 yards, sacked 14 times. That's where it's at. The new guy, 241, 2 touchdowns. Dobbins, 207, 1 touchdown. Herbert, 136. McConkey, 2. Hitting 2. Ladd McConkey leading us in receiving, 503, 6 touchdowns. Cooper, 424, 3 touchdowns. Godwin, 386, 2 touchdowns. Disley, 240. Lavlock, 45. Hitting, 26. Dobbins, 23. Palmer, 12. Moreau, 7. Defense. Tackles is Henley. Tackles for a loss is Khalil Mack. Sacks. Bosa. Interceptions. Tareeb Steele. Forced fumbles. 1 from Derwin James. Fumble recoveries. 2 from Derwin James. So the boys aren't looking great. We are not looking at 15 in offensive yards. 16th in defensive yards. So right in the middle of the pack. 25th in points scored. And 7th in points allowed. C.J. Stroud's leading the passing. James Taylor with rushing yards. Receiving yards is Diggs. Sacks is Leonard Williams. Interceptions is Marlon Humphrey. Yuck. And Alshalier with solo tackles. All right. So we finished the season 6-11 after going 12-5 and making it to the conference championship. We have a regress. That is very bad. Playoff schedule: Bills, Patriots, Commanders, Panthers, Raiders, Chiefs, Vikings, Lions, Steelers, Texans, Packers, Eagles. We beat the 49ers, beat the Rams, lost to the Patriots, the Panthers, the Chiefs. We're on a 4-game losing streak, won 1, lost 1, then won 2 more. That's not ideal. Patrick Mahomes finished with passing yards of 4,800. Josh Jacobs, 1,600 yards in the rushing. Receiving with to Jalen Tolbert, 1,500. Aiden Hutchinson, 19 sacks. Fred Warner, 9 interceptions. And Edgerrin Cooper, 109 tackles with C.J. Mosley. If we look at our team, 3,800 yards, 30 interceptions, 12 touchdowns, 30 sacks. Is not great, way more than last year. Less than 1,000 yards by a lot. Herbert with 331. He only had 3 touchdowns on the ground. Lovelock had 277, 3 touchdowns. Chris Godwin had 19 yards. Hinton had 12. McConkey had 11. McConkey had 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. Godwin, 849, 5 touchdowns. Cooper, 686, 5 touchdowns. So they've been reliable, but not as reliable as I would like them to be. Disley, 613, 5 touchdowns. Dobbins, 149. Foster, 54, 2 touchdowns. Lovelock, 45. 26 for Hinton, 23 for Madlock, 19 for Gordon, and 12 for Josh Palmer. Tackle leader was Henley. Tackle for a loss was Khalil Mack with Bosa, Kevin No Name, and Mitch Dixon. Sacks was Joey Bosa. Interceptions was Henley. Forced fumbles, Derwin James and Kmart had 1. Fumble recoveries was just Derwin James. So finished 20th in offensive yards. Even with, I feel like a better team, 11th with defensive yards, but that's pretty good. Our defense is dead pat. 27th in points scored, and 4th in points allowed. Here's a solid look at the playoff bracket. Ravens with a bye, Seahawks with a bye, Bills, Patriots first round, Chiefs, Raiders, Texans, Steelers again, Panthers, Commanders, Lions, Vikings, Packers, Eagles, like we got this year. So the Lions finally do it and win a Super Bowl behind Jared Goff as the MVP. Josh Allen wins NFL MVP with John Harbaugh winning Coach of the Year. Josh Allen winning Offensive Player of the Year. Fred Warner winning Defensive Player of the Year. Tyson Riddle winning Rookie of the Year. And Nate Watkins winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. So we got a lot to look at because we are really broke Salary cap is at only minus 330. If you look at some retirements, see DeAndre Hopkins go back to the Titans, retire. Big Captain Cam retires. Rob Havenstein, Cooper Kupp retires. Mike Evans retires. Tyler Higbee retires. Graham Glasgow, C.J. Mosley, Kyle's Juicy Juice. Our boy David Andrews retires, and Khalil Mack. Wow. Joe Patino retires. Garrett Bowles. Grady Jarrett retires. Austin Hooper. Jonathan Jones. Keenan Allen. Jeff Driscoll. Tim Boyle. Jordan Hicks. Matt Filer. So, those are retirees. On to the last and final year. Didn't really get too many people in free agency, but here's our draft recap. We got Kai Carr, Jawara Joseph, Kylian offers a 76. We got a bunch of 70s, so this is outstanding. Outstanding. Last look at our depth chart for our final year. Justin Herbert, 90 overall. Dobbins is an 86, so his backup Lovelock at 78. Fullback. McConkey is an 89. Godwin is an 82. Cooper 75. Move Josh Palmer up. I guess we're moving Cooper down. Quentin Johnson 78. Tight end Foster Moreau. We got this guy. Put him there. Then this guy there. Slater's still a 95. Crawford's a 75. Oh wait, we still have. Then we have a lot of left guards. And then this guy. Good left guard tandem. Boom. Center. We have Aaron Brewer and Rashard. Oh, wait. Whoa. You know, actual center. We want an actual center playing center. And then right guard, we have James Daniel. Right tackle, we got Joe Alton, Rashard Green. Kevin, no last name. Mike Allen. Let me just do him here. Kevin, no last name. Here. Dixon as our defensive tackle, left side linebacker. Bosa's down to a 79. Henley at middle linebacker. Harris at right outside linebacker. Cornerback, we still got Steele, Burks, Hart, Adoree Jackson. Cornerbacks are pretty bad. Geno Stone is a free safety. Derwin James is still here, and Cameron Dicker. This team is expensive and not very good, but we're in the end game. So let's look at our schedule and make our predictions for how many wins we can get. Colts, Ravens, Steelers, dang, back-to-back. Broncos, dang. Lions, Broncos, Browns, Raiders, Giants, Bengals, Vikings, Raiders, Chiefs, Bears, Packers, Jets, Chiefs. I'd like to just get in the playoffs this last time, just for a send me out. Let's just get to the playoffs. All right, we're at 84 overall, 87 offense, 81 defense. Let's make the playoffs. Mid-season, we're 1-5. We're 1-5. Look at our schedule. We lost our first 5 games, and then we beat the Broncos. That's not ideal. Not ideal at all. If we look at our stats, 18 sacks. Our offensive line is killing Justin Herbert. 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. It's awful. 368 for Jake Announcement with 3 touchdowns. 128 for Herbert. 72 for Lovelock. Conkley 449, 5 touchdowns. Moreau 381, 5 touchdowns. Done for Godwin on 188. 162 for Dobbins on 1 touchdown. 96, 86, 51, 10, 4. Who's giving up all these sacks? Slater? We're 95. What is going on over there, sir? Defense, tackle leader is Junior Colson. Sack leader is Mitch Dixon and Mike Allen. Interception leader is Christian Harris and Derwin James. Forced fumbles, none. So we're 22nd in offensive yards, 4th in defensive yards, 24th in points scored, and 30th in points allowed. So we're not really good. We're not really good at all. At the halfway point, Patrick Mahomes is leading in passing yards with 1,800, Bijan with 589, rushing yards, Brandon Ayuk with 669, Myles Garrett with 8 sacks, Patrick Surtain with 4 interceptions, Edgerrin Cooper with 54 tackles. Well, in our final year, we finished 5-12. 5-12. Passing yards goes to Jalen Hurts, sacks goes to Greg Rousseau, Kenneth Walker with rushing yards, Jair Alexander with interceptions, Jordan Addison with receiving yards, and tackles goes to Edgerrin Cooper. We had Henley finish 3rd place, which is cool, I guess. If we look at the playoff bracket, Bengals versus Jets, Dolphins, Titans, Chiefs versus Steelers. Steelers, Chiefs keep finishing 5th. Texans with the bye, Falcons with the bye, Eagles, Rams, Lions, Packers, Niners, Buccaneers, who have the ball 17-13 against the Commanders. 4th quarter. So if we look at our schedule, who did we beat? Who was bad enough for us to beat? Shoot. Team schedule. So we lost to the Browns and the Raiders. We beat the Giants, lost to the Bengals, beat the Vikings, beat the Raiders, lost to the Chiefs and the Bears and the Packers, and then beat the Jets and then lost to the Chiefs again. Look at our stats for this final year, see how they did, and I'm going to get you out of here. Justin Herbert sacked 32 times, 25 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, 3,600 yards, 1,000 yards for J.K. Dobbins, 9 touchdowns, 4 fumbles. Dang, J.K. 365, 2 touchdowns for Herbert, 146, 3 touchdowns for Lovelock, 24 for 1 for Hinton. Conkley, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Love to see that. Foster Moreau, 791, 6 touchdowns. Godwin, 658. Quentin Johnson, 307. Dobbins, 272, 2 touchdowns. Palmer, 273 touchdowns. Henley, 174, 1 touchdown. Cooper didn't even get the ball. He was so bad. Tackle leader was Henley. Tackles for a loss was Mike Allen. Sacks was Mike Allen. Interceptions was Christian Harris. Forced fumbles, we didn't. Geno Stone with 1. Fumble recoveries, none. 23rd offense, 27th defensive yards, 21st in points scored, and 29th in points allowed. So our Super Bowl winners were the Falcons behind Anthony Richardson. Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. Raheem Morris wins Coach of the Year. Brandon Ayuk wins Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett wins Defensive Player of the Year. Zach Branch and Alex Diaz wins the Rookie of the Year for their positions. So one last look. We'll just look at the entire NFL to see who is where. It gives us the best player. So we got hella 99s. Hella 9. A lot of them are on the Lions who haven't won a Super Bowl yet. Oh, wait, they did win one. Jalen Hurts is a 98. A lot of 98s, some 97s here. This guy, Shador went to the Titans, is 95. Alright, and you know what I gotta do it. What do the Steelers look like? Alex Highsmith's the best player. Patrick Queen, Pat Freiermuth, TJ Watt's down to an 88. Joey Porter Jr. is an 88. Pickens is an 88. Who the hell is the quarterback? Justin Fields. Oh, okay. Najee's a 75. Guess we got him Sean Talley, Joe Nails, Pickens, Roman Wilson's still there. Muth is still there. No Darnell. Don't know none of these guys. Zach Frazier's still there. Troy Fautanu still there. Logan Lee's still there. TJ's there. Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Alex Highsmith, Joey Porter, Beanie Bishop, Deshaun Elliott, and Greg Ross. No Minka. All right, well, Chargers fans, NFL fans, if you made it this far, obviously you enjoyed it. Made it to the conference championship in our first year. Then after that, it was just a downward spiral into abysmal. Some retirees: Joe Mixon, DeMarcus Lawrence, Shaq Mason, Trent Brown, DeForest Buckner, Chidobe Awuzie, Ron Kelly, Matthew Stafford retires as a Bronco, Ogunjobi, Mike Hilton, Kendrick Bourne, DJ Reader, Devontae Adams, Mason Rudolph, Grover Stewart, Derrick Henry was a free agent. Yes, in between seasons. Aaron Jones, Michael Pierce, Matthew Judon, Mariota, the Honey Badger, Derek Carr, Leonard Floyd, Landon Roberts, Zach Moss, and Mason Cole. All right. If you made it this far, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. On to the next one. Peace.